Hello and welcome to my backyard snack yard. Today I wanted to take you outside and give you a quick winter tour. It's absolutely wonderful outside. We've got about 12 degrees. It's suddenly warmed up after, having -7, that sort of thing recently. And it just feels really springy. The air smells beautiful. We've got lots of late winter flowers coming up too. We had the hellebores since the very beginning of January, and then recently we had winter aconites, and we've just now had beautiful snowdrops peeking up, which is so gorgeous. But when I went outside, I actually saw something even more exciting than spring flowers, and that is a little group of trees. It's a trio of trees that I planted back in 2022, in August 2022, so it's just about a year and a half ago now. And they are Asimina Trilobas, also known as American Pawpaws. Now I really wanted to grow these because they are really sort of tropical-like fruits. They're in the Ananaceae family, which is a group of subtropical fruiting trees that include things like custard apple, cherimoya, soursop, those kind of really dessert-like fruits that are like custardy and sweet and delicious. And these ones are sort of the largest fruiting indigenous plants in America. So they're very, very cold hardy. They can take temperature drops down to -10 degrees Celsius easily. Last year, we actually had -8 and my trees were out there. I just left them and they were quite young still, but they pulled through beautifully. There was not a single hiccup at all. And we even had one flower on one of the trees last year, which is a good sign because it shows they're maturing enough in order to be able to flower hopefully this year. The thing about them is that they are not self-fertile. They need to have pollination partners there that are not genetically identical to them. So if you buy one that's been grafted, if you buy 3 of the same graft, for instance, then all of them are going to be completely identical genetically, and so they can't cross-pollinate with each other. So you need to have, the ones I have are just seedlings. They're grown from seed because we can't actually import things here in the UK. It's really hard to get trees from outside of the UK after Brexit. So we haven't had any of these grafted ones available for quite some time. So the ones I have are grown from seed and they're all different, so they can all cross-pollinate. And what I did is, my garden's really small, and so I didn't have space to just plant 3 individual trees, or even planting 2 individual trees would be quite tricky. So I did this little thing that I've seen lots of people do, and that is where you plant 3 trees into one hole, and they don't grow as well as they would if they were planted individually. Like each tree, they sort of have to compete with each other for nutrients and everything, but you get more fruit from these 3 trees together than you would from one individual tree, but less than you would if you had the 3 trees and you planted them individually, if that makes any sense. Let me know what you think. But yeah, so I planted them. I did that, sort of space saver for me as well, and I'm hoping that that way they'll have each other there, so in really close proximity, so they can cross-pollinate and just produce these wonderful fruits. Can't wait. And that's what I wanted to show you today. Actually, I'll take you outside and show you these trees. This is the place I planted my 3 trees. Here's one, and there's the second one, and the third one here. And they're just really dead looking bare stems at the moment. But if we look really closely, you can see this one here has some little fat buds right there. That should be a flower bud. It's amazing how obvious the flower buds are already. Oops. I think there are a few more in this one. Let's have a look. And then, oh, here's one really good one. And then over here on this tree, I saw that there was some as well. And this is really exciting because this one has never flowered. The other one is the one that had 1 flower last year. Here's a good one too, and this one. Look at that, that looks really good. So this is super promising. And then down here, it's also another one. I'm really hoping this means that we'll get a few flowers this year. As long as we just get some, like 1 on each tree, or 1 on 2 of the trees, then we should get some fruit. So this is the 3rd tree here, and it also has a few of the small flower buds. But Here's one. So that is looking good. Oh, this one has quite a few buds on it. Let's see. Lovely. So hopefully lots to look forward to. I'm very excited about this. I'm very hopeful.